Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. For today's video, I have some blush dupes for you guys. Now, I have been loving blushes if that's not visible already, but I know a lot of you have been loving blushes as well, and there have been so many new launches in the market, both in the affordable and luxury segment. So I thought, you know what, let's sit down, let's talk about some dupes, some affordable alternatives, because you can always save some money on makeup, and why not? It's my favorite thing to do is to find dupes, and I cannot tell you how impressed I am with these particular dupes, because finding dupes in itself is pretty hard, but blush dupes, different ball game altogether, because there's so many different textures and finishes and just formulations altogether, and just the fact that sometimes blushes can look completely different once they're just swatched out and once they're blended out. So I took my sweet little time in finding these dupes for you all. So without any further ado, if you want to know 5 amazing blush dupes, then please keep on watching. I have to start this video off by talking about a brand that made all of us re-fall in love with blushes, and of course that has to be Rare Beauty. I have their blush in the shade Happy with me right here. This is the mini size, but trust me, a mini lasts you for a lifetime as well, so I would suggest you actually go for minis. Now these are super pigmented, they're creamy in texture, and they're super beautiful as well. This is what the shade Happy looks like unblended, just straight from the tube like that. And as I said, they're super pigmented, so you really don't need this much. You just need one dot and you're done. But if you find these shades a little too pricey, then I have an amazing alternative for you guys, and that comes from LAMEL. And you guys know I have been loving LAMEL. This is their BB blush in the shade Tea Rose, and oh my god, this again is super creamy and pigmented, doesn't move your foundation or anything. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this on the back of my hand, and this is what the shade looks like. Again, these are unblended shades on the back of my hand. Once you blend them out on the cheeks, they look super similar. They wear really nicely, they don't move your foundation, you don't need a lot of them, and they just look gorgeous on the skin. We have more Rare Beauty goodness in the house, and this time I have their cream blushes that come in a pan formula like this one. Now these are much sheerer than your liquid blushes, and the shade that I have with me right here is called Nearly Neutral. I actually prefer the sheerer formulations a little bit because they're much more easier to work on the skin, but look at how stunning this shade is. It's a beautiful mauvey rosy with a little bit of apricot in there. It looks so gorgeous. I love this shade. Plus the finish of this one is quite dewy on the skin as well. Now if you're looking for a similar shade and finish on the skin without maybe the same formulation, then you can definitely look at these Kiro Beauty stick blushes. Now I really like these Kiro Beauty stick blushes. I have talked about them in the past, and I have the shade Vintage Rose with me right here. Now they're definitely not in a similar formulation, but they're also cream blushes, and they're slightly more pigmented than the Rare Beauty ones. So you can see how even in one swipe you get such a beautiful color payoff. Right here they can look a little bit different, but once you blend it out on the cheeks, they look exactly the same, and they have a skin-like finish on the skin. So if you're looking forward to saving a little bit of money, then definitely check out these Kiro Beauty blush sticks. I really like them. Moving on, I have Bobbi Brown Crushed Cheek Color. This is in the shade Tulle, and I really love this shade, love this formulation. Bobbi Brown does some stellar products, and especially their crushed range is my absolute favorite. But let me show you the shade really quickly. Now this is a slightly thicker cream, and you don't need a lot of it because this is super pigmented, so maybe just this much. And once you blend it out, you can see how gorgeous this is. Now this again has a skin-like finish. Let me swatch a little bit more so you can see the color a little better right there. But look at how gorgeous this is. Now this does settle down a little bit. It doesn't turn completely matte, but it settles down just slightly into like a demi matte satin sort of a finish. But this is super expensive as well, okay? Like this is expensive even for a tiny bottle like this one. So if you're looking for that same shade, similar finish, but in a much more cheaper alternative, you can definitely go for the Sweet Cheeks blush by Praush Beauty. Now first of all, I really love this cute candy packaging. It just looks really nice, and the shade that I have with me right here is called Mauve Poppins. Again, a really cute name. Let me quickly show you. Now this comes with a doe foot applicator like this, and this is what the shade looks like. They look super similar even when you just watch them like that, but once you blend them out on your cheeks, no one can tell any difference. They just look the same on the cheeks. They wear really well, and they just make your skin look fabulous. Now I of course have to talk about some tints, and how can I talk about tints without mentioning Benefit? I have their Love Tint with me right here. Now I love Tint so much. Now when you first swatch it, it can look a little bit intimidating because it comes across as a red, but it actually blends out like a pink. Now the texture texture of this one is like a gel and water hybrid. Like it's not completely watery, but it's not a gel as well. Like it's a very in between texture, but it's a beautiful texture. Again, don't go by this swatch because this blends out to be the most stunning pink on the cheeks. You have to trust me on this one. But if you're looking for a cheaper alternative, then you can definitely go for this Harkoi tint that I have for you right here. Now this is in the shade Milky Pink, and I know at first it might look like, Shreya, these colors are not even the same. What you're talking about? Let me quickly swatch it right here for you guys. Now this one is a pink, and again the texture is very similar. It's not completely watery, it's not completely gel-like, it's somewhere in between. But once you blend both of these out on the cheeks, both of them are a stunning shade of pink. They look so gorgeous on the cheeks, and they stay in your cheeks a little bit, so they are pretty long lasting as well. Now they do have a satin finish on the cheeks, and once blended out, as I said, they're exactly the same. And now to finish things off strong, I have the OG tint girly. I am talking about Benefit's Benetint, and I don't think I need to give this one any introduction because people all across the world love it. Now this gives you the most beautiful hue on your cheek. It almost makes it look like someone's pinched your cheeks, or you walked out on a cold morning and got like a frostbite look. I absolutely love it. Now the texture of this one is quite liquidy. It's almost like water, so you have to work slightly quickly with this one, as this stains your cheeks and stains it quickly. You can look at how liquidy this one is, and you might have to layer it a little bit to get to its maximum opacity, or you can wear it pretty sheer depending on what you prefer. But I really like it. However, I know that this one can get slightly heavy on the wallet, so the dupe that I have for you guys, the price difference is going to blow your mind because the dupe comes from Elle. This is their 2 timing lip and cheek tint, and I know I was as surprised as you are, but Elle has some amazing products going on right now, and this is one of them. Now I have the shade Candy Floss with me right here, and the only thing that I don't like about this tint is probably its fragrance. It's kind of nauseating. It's a little too strong, but it wears off after 5 minutes, so it's all hunky-dory in here. Now the texture of this one is slightly thicker than Benefit, and in my opinion it's better that way because you get more time to blend it out. With Benefit you have to be more careful because it can instantly stain your cheeks, but with this one you get some time to work around. You can see how this holds its own texture and how pigmented this one is. It just looks so gorgeous, and once you blend both of these out on the cheeks, they look exactly the same, and they wear for a really nice amount of time as well. And with that, we come to the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this and found this helpful, and if you did, then don't forget to comment and subscribe. It would mean the absolute world to me. Also, let me know if I should do more blush dupes video, and if yes, let me know which blush I should be duping down in the comment section. But I'll see you guys next time. Till then, take care. I love you all so much. Mwah. Bye.